We're in the middle of returning to Fall Guys, and I have to talk about an article in between rounds here. As a non-transgendered person, I am not allowed to have an opinion on this, but I can laugh when I see the hypocrisy and the is this karma? Is this just balance? This is just the yin and the yang. This is just the universe balancing itself out, isn't it? Isn't it? Because I know a lot of people were up in arms of, well, is it fair that somebody who was born one and then switched can come in and be... This is the issue here. The transgendered swimmer who had been winning a lot of records and breaking a lot of records. That was the issue that people were thinking, and I'm not saying that that's true or not, because like I said, I'm not allowed to have an opinion on it. People were saying that one of the issues is that it was not fair to girls who could not compete. Well, here's a way to make it fair to have people compete. Penn's transgendered swimmer lost to Yale's transgendered swimmer in a hotly contested women's Ivy League 100-meter race. So you've got very, very wealthy college kids. Anyway, this is just karma, isn't it? This is just karma. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just a little jealous. Who has all the money to go to these doctors all the time? I don't know. I certainly haven't had health care in 20-some years. But, you know, good on these people for being able to spend a lot of money for you know, the medications and the surgeries and the doctor's visits and the therapy that they probably go through to be sure that they're emotionally stable to do this, and that's exactly what they want to do without any regrets. I'm assuming people go through the same amount of therapy that they go through when they want to get their the girls enlarged or something, or their nose smaller. I'm assuming, because it's kind of more of a major sort of thing. I mean, you're gonna have to go to the DMV, aren't you? You're gonna have to figure out what bathroom to use. That's a bigger deal than just, you know, oh hey, my nose might need a little, or my chin or whatever might need a little work, right? That's a bigger deal, isn't it? Like, that's something that, like, I don't want to minimize any or the other, but holy crap, this is just turnabout is fair play, isn't it? Penn's transgender swimmer Lia Thomas, who had been crushing her competition since joining the women's swim team after 3 years swimming as a biological male, met her match on Saturday in the 100-meter freestyle during a tri-meet with Yale and Dartmouth. Thomas won the 200-meter and 500-meter races at Penn's final home meet of the season, but she finished 6th in the 100-meter, where Yale's Iszac Henig, a transgendered swimmer who's in the process of transitioning from female to male, crushed Thomas. Henig finished in the 100 in 49.57, while Thomas touched the wall in 52.84. Is that good? Are those good times? Is that impressive? You know, I mean, this is the thing. These are issues that I would love to be able to have more of a dialogue about, because nobody wants to exclude people from being their true selves, from being their best selves. Nobody wants to exclude anybody from, you know, feeling like they're not allowed to be who they feel like they are deep down inside. But this is just funny as all crap, isn't it? I can't help but laugh at this one. Correct me if I'm wrong in that, and then this is where it's going to get completely demonetized, because the H word you're not allowed to use, which is dumb, or the T or the E word either. And you know, and hopefully you can kind of read between the lines on what we're talking about there, because I've heard that those get, so you're not allowed to talk about these. Anyway, Thomas was beaten yet again by Henig, who swam his leg in 40. Okay, which one? All right. Okay, so we're hopefully you're using the correct pronouns. Spectators in attendance told the Daily Mail that Henig, who had his breasts removed, won the 50-yard freestyle and proceeded to pull down the top of his swimsuit. In June, Henig wrote in the New York Times column that he wasn't taking that word and would remain on the women's team. Okay, so that answers some of my questions. As a student athlete, coming out as a trans guy put me in a weird position. I could start the you-know-what to align more with myself, or wait, go slowly, and keep competing on a women's swim team. I decided on the latter. I value my contribution to the team and recognize that my boyhood doesn't hinge on whether there's more or less of that running through my veins. See, these are the ones I'm trying to avoid saying, because I know those get demonetized. At least that's what I'll try to remember when I put on the women's swimsuit for the competition, and I'm reminded of a self I no longer feel attached to. So, well, okay, so should they be so this is somebody who went from female to male, but they're competing on the women's team after they've I don't know. As somebody who will never be on a swim team ever, I certainly am not allowed to have an opinion on that aspect. But it's just something kind of interesting as humans that how do we solve this? How do we make everybody feel included where nobody's rights are getting squashed, where nobody feels marginalized? Because if you have a lot of people who might feel marginalized by being cisgendered women who have never transitioned, all of a sudden now athletes are coming in and beating all their scores. Are those women feeling marginalized again? Do we stand up for them? How do we stand up for them without taking away the rights of the transgender people? This is one of those tricky subjects that I don't want to hear that's istophobic, because that's not an istophobic statement. Just literally questioning, how do we make everybody included? I don't have the solution. Maybe you guys do. Maybe if we open up a dialogue enough, we can have these solutions. And just the jumping to the you're not including is the opposite of what is helpful in any of these circumstances, I think. Penn returns to the pool January 22nd for a meet against Harvard. And there's Iszac Henig. All right, see, this somebody looks like they're a happy person. So hey, I'm happy you're happy. He, him. I try and say person instead, just in case I trip up on the pronouns, because pronouns confuse me. I'm just a lame person who's gonna go back to a jelly bean video game. Let's go flick these little beans out of here, shall we? He's a hamburger! I'm going back to my live chat. Don't you go anywhere.
The Universalists are at it again and are suppressing this channel. And the only way to stop them is to spread our message across all social media platforms. You need to like, subscribe, talk about this channel wherever you go. Only by using their tactics and agenda against them can we defeat them once and for all. So do your part today. Ah!
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!